yoga which is called Ashtanga, Yama, Niyama. So a lot of rules and regulations are there. Pratyahara. Then asanas. And then finally, gradually, he has to practice the control of his mind. The mind should not go away, astray away. He has to concentrate his mind. When his mind has become concentrated, then he has to concentrate on Paramatma in the heart. Then finally, factually, he should, when this concentration becomes completely focused, then it becomes samadhi. So, Krishna explains, it is not that the yogi, in the course of his practice of this Ashtanga Yoga, he may get all these different kinds of mystic powers. But actually, these mystic powers are the diversions. They are not the real goal. They are the byproduct of practicing Ashtanga Yoga or mystic yoga. But yes, when one has attained these yogic perfection, this mystic perfection, one can understand that actually he is progressing in Ashtanga Yoga. Nowadays we find so many so-called, mystic yogis, they call themselves as yogis. But factually we find, apart from one or two angas of Ashtanga, they don't practice any of the other angas. And that is what they think, that this is complete yoga. So Prabhupada explains, maximum they practice asanas or they may practice pranayama. Where are they practicing yama? Where are they practicing niyama? Where are they practicing pratyahara? Isn't it? We don't find it. So, and the goal of their practice, what we see in the modern day, and it is very hit also International Yoga Day, what you see, people just come out for either practicing some asanas or pranayama. For what it is being propagated nowadays, you can keep your body healthy. You can keep your mind stress-free. So practice yoga. Krishna explains the whole 6th chapter. It is not for keeping the body healthy. It is all a byproduct. The mind can be peaceful, the body will be free from diseases, and the byproduct can be one may attain these different mystic powers, 8 in numbers. But these are not the real goal of the yoga. Rather, we find actually these are the ones, these byproducts are the ones which deviates a person from real yogic perfection. We will find later on Kapila Muni, Lord Kapila, while instructing, when he starts instructing Mother Devahuti, he says, when a devotee becomes not interested in these mystic powers, he can progress in spiritual life in leaps and bounds. These are very big obstacles in devotional service. Obtaining these varieties of different kinds of powers. So he says, I'll just read that text, very interesting. Yadana yogo 𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗡 𝗥𝗦𝗞𝗖𝗢𝗡 मायसु सिद्ध्यस्य विसज्जते अंग अनन्य हेतुषु अथ में गति स्यात् अत्यांतिकी यत्र न मृत्युहासः. So Prabhupada very nicely translates. When a perfect yogi's attention is no longer attracted to the byproducts of mystic powers, which are manifestations of external energy, these are called Maya. So here, Lord Kapila himself is explaining that actually these are the byproducts of external energy of the Lord. This has nothing to do with internal energy of the Lord. So, what happens when a devotee is no more attached, when he is no longer attracted by these external or the byproducts of mystic powers? His progress towards me becomes unlimited, and thus the power of death cannot overcome him. Actually, this is very important. The real magic of mystic power is to become liberated from the cycle of birth and death. None of these 8 kinds of mystic power, becoming smaller than the smallest, becoming bigger than the biggest, creating some huge mansion or a big planet, controlling somebody's mind, entering in somebody else's body, walking on the water, floating in the air. Actually, these are all available. Now in the present, on the earthly planet, we have to practice all these different kinds of Ashtanga Yoga, and then one may achieve these mystic powers. But actually in the higher planet, these are automatically there. In the higher planets, there is a planet called Siddha Loka. In the Siddha Loka, all of them are mystic yogis. So they don't require any of this mystic power. They are inherently they are present there. They don't require any plane to fly, anything like that. They can automatically, with that own body, they can fly. Prabhupada explains that actually these are not the real mystic power. The real mystic power is how the Lord has created this whole material world. Brahmandas are floating in the air. One should become amazed by this mystic power of the Lord. And that is what the Lord shows in the 11th chapter, in the universal form. How everything is resting on Him. Pashyame yoga 𝗔𝗦𝗛𝗧𝗔𝗡, Krishna says. Behold my mystic opulence, Arjuna. And then Krishna explains this is nothing, this is just a partial manifestation of mind. So imagine if we become deviated, if we become attracted to even small opulences, small power of this material world, then we will definitely forget the real goal of our life, to go back to Godhead. That is what the Lord is saying. He is saying that one should not become attracted. When one does not become attracted, then actually the Lord is saying he can progress unlimitedly. And the real progress will be, he will become free from birth and death. No more he will be afraid of leaving this material body, because he will conquer over death. In fact, if you all remember, once a very big magician, he entertained devotees in Vrindavan. Once he came to Vrindavan, so when Prabhupada was in his temple, so he entertained the devotees by showing a lot of his magical powers. So then after showing all his magical powers, and the devotees were also very astounded, and they were also very bewildered to see all these different kinds of magic feats. So then Prabhupada asked him a question. Prabhupada asked him, can you free people from birth and death by your mystical power, by your magical powers? So then that magician replied, no, that I cannot do. So then Prabhupada said, so I am a better magician than you, because I can do that.
भजमन राधे 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 गोविंद।